That'll put that centered in that room. Now, similar to how we created and copied the doors, we can stamp these windows throughout the rest of the model. With the Move tool still active, depending on your operating system, activate the Stamp tool. So I'll press this twice to activate the Stamp tool with the Control key. And then make sure you click starting at the midpoint or center of the window. Click to start that copy. And notice, especially if you're using a mouse, you can still scroll in and out. You can use the navigation tools while you're still copying. This will help make it much easier to copy over longer distances. Click and release once here, and then again here. Move the cursor up again over to here. Once over here. And to the left over here. And then one more down here at this midpoint. When you're done stamping, simply press Escape to deactivate the tool. In addition to stamping, we can also move and copy from edges of the window. Let's take the navigational tool here and activate the Pan tool. And I'm going to drag down to focus in on this bottom wall edge here. And let's say on this edge that I want a window located here and another window located here. And I want each window edge to be 24 inches off of the left edge or the right edge. So similarly to how we created guides for the rooms, we can use guides to help position the window. Let's activate the tape measure tool. Click and release starting on the edge of the left vertical line. Move your cursor to the right, type in 2, 4, and press enter. This will create a guide 24 inches off of the left vertical edge. Let's repeat this over on the right side by click and releasing, moving our cursor to the left, and typing in 24 and pressing return. Now that we have the guides, let's take the select tool and single click on this nearest window. Activate the Move tool and press on a PC Control, on a Mac Option. Now I want to copy from not the middle center point here, but the midpoint of the left side here. I'm going to click right here and copy this over and place it right at that intersection there. With that one copied, since this one is active, I'll press Control again. And this time I'll copy from, I need to zoom in a little bit more. I'll copy from this point right here. And zoom out and zoom back in, copy it to this point right there. Let's do a zoom extents to see the rest of the model. We can take note that we have 3 windows on the vertical walls that need to be rotated. So similar to how we rotated the door here, let's take the Move tool and rotate each window. But be careful with the Move tool. The Move tool wants to only be active on your previous tool. So press Escape to deactivate the pre-selection so that now I can hover over this existing window. I can click and release, move my cursor down, and click and release. And hover over this one, click and release, click and release. And same with this one, click, click. Now that we have the windows located in place, most of these windows can stay at 36 inches wide. But now we realize maybe this window, we want to actually convert to something else. Let's say we want to represent this as a large opening or a large sliding door. We need to stretch this now to extend the dimensions of it. And we can stretch it using the Scale tool. But first, zoom in to get much closer. You can pan the screen as well. And then clicking on the Move tool, you can see that there's an additional tool here called the Scale tool. So go ahead and click on the Scale tool to make it active. Hover over the object that you want to scale, and then click. You could also reselect with the Select tool the object that you want to scale, and then click on the Scale tool. Now we want to scale this in just one direction. So be careful not to scale from the corners, but from the middle point here. And I'm going to click on this top point here to begin and activate the scale tool. But notice how it's only scaling it up in this direction. And that would be fine, but I want to retain the center of the object. So if I look down here, you can see it says control equals toggle scale about center. So whatever your modification tool is there, press that tool, press control on a PC, option on a Mac, and now notice it's going to scale from the center. Now this is scaling based off of a scale factor, meaning 2 would be 2 times the size, or 3 would be 3 times the size. Instead of telling SketchUp the scale factor, we want to tell it the actual dimension. So just type in 8 apostrophe and hit return. This will scale it so that it's actually 8 feet in length. So if we take the tape measure tool and measure, you can see from here to here is 8 feet in the distance.